Hey, hello everyone! So we continue to work on my RV10 airplane. And for now I have two more new tools which I just recently got. So since I'm really approaching the point where I'm gonna be working on the fuel lines, on the brake lines, I bought a simple tube bender. Well, I know there are some fancy ones, some expensive ones, I did some research, but you know what, I'll try to start with the simple model, simple one, inexpensive one, so I just ordered it and I received it from, I guess, Amazon. And yeah, I guess it should work for me. We will try, we will see. I'm approaching that point. Another thing that I have my classic riveter for the pop rivets. Well, pop rivets, it's a brand name, I guess. For the pop rivets, this one. And in this video, actually, you will see me working with this tool pretty hard on some surfaces. But the thing is that I was recording some parts of this video previously before recording now this greeting. So I bought myself finally the pneumatic pop rivet installing gun. That's cool. I have it and I'm ready to continue to work. So our plans are to prepare some surfaces, some closed, some left open for inspection, and yeah, move on to the brake lines, move on to the fuel lines, move on to the flaps. Like, we do basically everything one by one, step by step, and slowly approaching to the top canopy work. So let's continue to work and let's watch it. So we finally came to the brake lines installation. Well, it was a long trip actually to get here, but I'm happy I'm starting to work on that. So basically how it works here, we have our fitting here. So it's already installed here, as you can see. That's a fitting for the brake lines. It goes to the landing gear mount, along the landing gear mount, and goes basically to the support, to the brake pads, to the support. On the inner side, it's right there. The fitting is right there. Again, you can see it. So it's installed right here. And now it should go with all the aluminum pipes all the way here, all the way here, and after that all the way there. Well, and obviously goes to the pedals. And here we're gonna use those type of fittings. That's basically gonna be the fitting we're gonna use. So you can see from this side as well. Well, it's quite simple. We just have to angle it down underneath of this hole. So basically when we're going to be installing it inside, we shouldn't install it like that, but we should make like some angle, because that's a for fuel line and we don't want those two to interact inside. So well, that's quite simple. Yeah, it goes well. So let's continue. Alright, we have a little bit of a progress here, and we have my co-pilot today working with me instead of going to school, right? Well, because of the running nose. So, we have a little bit of a progress in installation of the flow scan, of the airflow performance filter and pump, and well, yeah. So, how it looks like. First of all, I don't have yet my end-air fuel valve. So I'm waiting for it, so I'm not bothering about connecting anything yet here. I just install it basically here. That's my input from the wing. So basically from my wing input, now I get my my fuel valve. I'm not working on this part yet. So along the brake lines, going that way, you also can see my, so basically that's my filter from airflow performance. Yeah, it fits just perfect here. And yeah, there are some rubber sealing here, like in between the filter and the mount. This tiny one I made myself. It's a little bit longer than original one inside of the whatever came from airflow performance. My tool allowed me to make, this is minimum size I can make with my tool, but it's still perfectly fine here to fit. Now, this is my fuel pump from airflow performance. Again, it fitted well. It was filled inside with some sort of the, I guess it's like storage liquids, like oil or something. So anyway, I left it inside. And now we have here another pipe which I made. It goes to my flow scan fuel meter sensor, fuel transducer. It's not yet mounted on the bolts. I will still have to buy those 2 bolts, but anyway, it gives the idea of its shape, how it's going to be installed here. Also I have to work with those wires. And now we have the line going here and going under the hood, so basically under the cowling, right? This is the line. And again, that's the minimum distance I was able to make with my tool, so I don't think it's a big issue. Like, there's quite a space here, so I don't think it's an issue. But if it's an issue, I can always probably short it a little bit. Yeah, and probably can just bend it. Not a big deal anyway. Everything stays open here, so it's quite safe. Those two my brake lines, which go in this way, but because I'm waiting for the handbrake part, so I decided not to terminate it with anything yet as of now, but I will terminate it as soon as I get my parts. So I will just basically bend those hoses in a better way, bend those tubes in a better way after that. So that's how it is now. It looks not bad, I would say, and I'm continuing to work. So yeah, my plan is to wait for my on-air valve beginning of October. Once I have it, hopefully maybe mid-October it will arrive, to install it here. Then I will work with all those pipes to connect and to install. So far so good. Elizabeth, what are you doing?
I'm helping Daddy.
Oh really? Thank you very much. Thank you, my dear. Have you been at school today?
Nope.
Why?
Because I'm sick.
Well, yeah, that's a good reason. I mean, it's not a good reason, but it is a reason. And what are you doing exactly?
I'm helping Daddy.
Yeah, that's, you just told me, but what are you doing exactly? Like, can you show me? Can you explain me?
I'm ripping off this thing. I'm ripping it off.
All right. And why do we need this the thing on top? Like, why?
Because it's one broke.
No, it's protected. It's to protect from scratches. Alright, so now we have a brake and rudder control pedals installed. Well, it's a little bit stiff. Like, little bit stiff. I don't know if it's normal or not. I mean, no, I can move it with 2 fingers freely, but I feel like it's not like just hanging. No, it's kind of, you have to push to move it. So probably it's okay. Probably those plastic blocks here, they will with the time, they will take a whole shape of the metal pipes and they will just start move more freely, probably just because it's all new. But well, yeah, otherwise it looks nice. I like it. I assembled it. It's not so bad. I was thinking to go with some sort of special pedals. I checked the online. I looked what other builders installing in the videos, and you know what I found? Well, those pedals should actually do their job. I don't think there are any problems with those pedals. It all should be okay. The only thing I'm a little bit curious, and you know, there have to be a plastic tubes here, like the plastic hoses which should go to the master cylinder. I'm not sure if plastic is okay, but I mean, yeah, it's okay obviously because it's in the design, but how, I don't know how reliable plastic is. The only advantage probably is that you can actually see the actual liquid. You will see if there is any air inside. Well, let's see. Let's assemble as per plans, and it's not difficult to replace all those hoses after, right? I mean, it's just a time consuming, but so far I'm happy, and yeah, it looks great. I like how it looks, so let's continue. And finally I received my Airward hand parking brake or hand brake parking brake kit, so really happy about that. So it's right here. It's a Matco cylinder with the basically the control, wherever the control knob, some mounting plates, some some hardware here. I bought it from Airward. So again, Airward guys, thank you very much. I mean, really nice to deal with you. I'm not affiliated with this company in any way, so they don't pay me for advertising, but really happy to deal with them. Like Airward, really great service, very quick shipping and all good quality. It's, I think it's my fourth product from them already. So far we're happy, and yeah guys, thank you very much. So just spreading the word through my videos about your service. So we'll be installing the Airward parking brake whatever system adapter to my airplane. That's going to be my next step before I will start to install the hoses for the brake pedals. And I was still curious to figure out if these little bit stiff pedals are okay or not. I think it's fine. I mean, I don't see any reason why would those little bit stiff pedals be not fine at this point, especially it's a plastic blocks which hold them, and with the time, with moving, it will definitely become less stiffer. But because I can't find anything in the Vans manual about the how stiff those pedals should be, or if I should to rework those plastics before installing the tubes there. Yeah, so nothing about that, but again, it's for a rudder, so even in my Piper it's quite stiff. So probably it's fine. Yeah, so let's continue to work, and now I have to drill out something first before installing this parking brake system, and after that to install it, to basically rivet it. Well, would I know I would not rivet that plate from the original plans from Vans? Would I know that I will be installing this parking brake? But don't repeat my mistake. Keep in mind that your airplane, if you're building RV10, RV14, whatever, will eventually, you will probably need a parking brake. Probably, I think. Again, it depends, because some people saying I never use a parking brake, only the shoes under the on the sides of the wheels. But I'm not in the climate with lots of winds, but still I prefer to have a parking brake, especially here, because we even at our airport we have a few parkings with like little hills, so airplane can definitely move on its own. All right, let's continue. Alright, so this video comes to its end. Basically, I installed the rudder pedals, brake system. I installed also the line, the cord, the metal cord line to control the rudder. Except that I have not connected it yet to the pedals. That's going to be probably in the next video. It's minor thing, just I have to cut a few links out of this steel pieces, and well, basically that's it. So far everything goes well, and the next important part is the controls, actually the control sticks and all controls for the ailerons and for the elevators installation. So that's going to be probably a bit, I don't know, long or not long part, but according to the manual, to the instructions from Vans, it will take some good amount of time to make it all properly. So we're slowly moving, as I said before, towards the cabin, the canopy, which will be, I hope, hopefully will start in October. And yeah, and that's probably going to be the good conclusion, because at the end of the October this year is going to be 2 years since I'm building the my RV10 airplane. And well, basically, if I'm going to be somewhere in the work on a canopy, so probably it's not so bad. I don't know, like 2 years. Hopefully it's not so bad, the result. I'm not again in rush. I'm not chasing anything. Just doing as much as I can, slowly but surely. So I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.